What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to show you how to replace a leaking AC O-ring. Now when you have these hoses right here, there's always going to be an O-ring that pretty much seals it at each connection. So there should be an O-ring on this side, and there should be another O-ring on the bottom right here that connects to the AC compressor. Now the issue that I'm having on my vehicle is that the O-ring that connects to the AC compressor is leaking. So if we turn off the lights, you're going to be able to look at where it's leaking from. So as you guys can see, it's leaking from this connection right here. The actual hose itself is in good shape. So the only issue is with the O-ring. So it's pretty easy to fix. All you have to do is remove a fastener that holds it down, which on my particular car, this is going to be a 12 millimeter. Now you do want to make sure that your AC system is completely empty before you do this, because it's pressurized and you don't want to get injured by removing a pressurized line. Now in my particular case, the line is completely empty because it leaked out all the pressure and all the liquid in there, so it's safe to remove it. In front of me, I have some of the tools and equipment that you're going to need to replace your AC O-rings. So on the left hand side, I have two extensions. I also have a ratchet and a 12 millimeter socket. You're going to need some refrigerant, so make sure that you have a can of these. Also, to replace the O-ring, you're going to need an assortment of O-rings like the ones that I have right here. I actually got this from my auto parts store, so it's an AC Pro auto air conditioner rubber O-rings. So this actually works pretty good. Also, you're gonna need a form of a way to refill the system. So I have one of these gauges right here that you buy with one of these cans. So that's how I'm gonna be recharging the system. Now, you should technically be using a system that can read both the high and the low ports, but I've used this in the past and I've had good luck with it. The only thing that you want to make sure is that you don't overfill the system. So other than that, this is actually a pretty good and fast way to recharge your AC system. You just have to be a little bit careful. The first thing we're going to do is break this hose loose by removing this 12 millimeter fastener. Go ahead and get your extensions and remove the bolt right here that you see. Now that you have removed your fastener, go ahead and remove the AC line out of the way. Now that we have the AC line out of the vehicle, we can go ahead and take a close look at this O-ring. Now you guys can probably see that there is a black O-ring that goes around this AC line, and this is what connects to the compressor on the bottom part right there. And as time goes on, these O-rings start to wear out and they start leaking. So once that happens, you're going to lose pressure in your AC system and it's not going to be blowing cold AC anymore. So right here we have an assortment of O-rings. All we need to do is find an O-ring that fits this size so that we can replace it. I'm going to use a small pick right here so that we can remove the old O-ring. Actually, it looks like it already broke. So if you look at the O-ring, it's pretty brittle. So this is why it was leaking. It's lost its flexibility, so it's not pliable anymore. When that happens, the sides of the O-ring get stiff and it actually doesn't seal as good. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we have an O-ring that fits this size right here. I did go ahead and narrow down the O-ring to this one right here. It looks like it's very similar in size. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this on the AC line. And then what you should do before you put this on there is clean up the area here. So make sure that there's no dirt. You can use a rag actually or something to clean it off, just so that there's no debris in the system. Once you have your rubber O-ring on the AC line, you can go ahead and poke your little finger in the AC compressor. Make sure that you have some gloves on. And what you can do is grab some of the lubricant and rub it on the O-ring so that it's not completely dry. Once you do this, you can go ahead and put the AC line back onto the compressor. When you're tightening down the AC line, go ahead and hand tighten it down first, and then just wiggle around the AC line so that the O-ring can properly be seated. You don't want to just start hammering down on this fastener, because what's going to happen is your fastener is going to mess up the O-ring. So the O-ring is going to be at an angle, and it's going to get chewed up by the sidewall of the connection right here from the compressor. So just go ahead and tighten it down a little bit. Go ahead and move the line a little bit and keep tightening it down so that the O-ring goes in there smoothly. Once the fastener is hand tightened down, go ahead and get your ratchet, and then you just want to snug it down. Now the only thing that you need to do now is refill your AC system. So I'm going to go ahead and use a can like the one that I have right here in front of me. And I'm going to go ahead and use this hose right here to refill the system. This is not the best way to refill an AC system. Like I said before, you want to have a system that can read both the low and the high pressure sides of the AC compressor, because you can overfill your system and cause damage. So do this at your own risk. And then when we're filling up the AC system, we're going to go ahead and turn on the vehicle and set the compressor to the on position and have it on full blast so that we can get an accurate reading. As soon as we start filling up the AC system, the compressor is going to kick on. So I did go ahead and fill up the AC system with some fluid. Now, as you guys can see, we're in the middle, which is where we want to be. This is going to conclude the end of the video. Now, like I said, this is not the best way for you to recharge your AC system. But with that being said, it does work. And if you're careful, you could have good results. If you guys did like what you guys saw, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And I will see you all in the next video.